Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Accureye Talks video in a way. And in this video, we will be talking about, we'll be talking about continuing training for combos. And in today's video, we'll be talking a little bit more about frames. And, at least in Street Fighter, a little bit of a hint to understanding frames and frame positive, negative, or even just setting up for combos. I will be using Trials mode throughout the entirety of this video. You'll probably see me use Ibuki for most of the video to teach you. But, I may have a small point where I show another character like Sakura as... the trials I'm doing with Ibuki could have changed due to her having some of the most changes due to the fact that she was a season 1 Street Fighter 5 character. So obviously trials and timing and everything about Ibuki has changed a little bit over time. There's no guarantee that some of the trials actually still work. I have been able to confirm some of the trials to still work, but in general, it's been kind of a, trial and error at this point. But at first glance, do you all recognize what's going on to lead into combos? Do you see something that is off about setting up combos when you start up a game? This is probably the first thing I will ask you because, again, this could be the difference maker between, starting up a combo or just failing at it. And this is just in general Street Fighter. I've not been able to confirm if they have an effect on Tekken, Soul Calibur, or even for that matter, Mortal Kombat. So, in Street Fighter, I just want to ask if you've seen the thing that's going on. And if you have, congratulations. You just spotted out what I was hoping you'd spot out, which is a little flash. I know this is like a little spark effect, and you're probably thinking, what does that have to do with frames or anything? And for many people, this may not be a understandable thing. You may just think that's just an effect. But in general practice, especially for competitive players, this spark effect is what we look for to time our combos. That's the difference maker between, do we have positive frames, do we have enough frames to cancel out, or do we not? And as you can see here, I just did the combo, and you're probably thinking, how did you do that, Accureye? What did you do? And it's just a flow of motion. If you watch as I do the combo a few times, you may have noticed that I follow the sparks. The sparks or the little flash effects that go on. Those flash effects are little cues to move on to the next move. Now, in some cases, you have to go a little earlier than others, but for the most part, to do a combo, it's just a matter of following the flash and then timing how long you have between the effect happening, the flash effect happening, or the spark effect, as I call it, happening, to moving on to the next button. Now remember, this will all end up in one flow of motion, so the timing will be different. As you can see here, I'm showing you some of the timing differences, and as you can see there was one part where you saw the block, and you're probably thinking, Accureye, what the heck does that mean? Usually, if you go a little too late from the spark to move on to the block, as you can see here, I'm trying to demonstrate the block here, and as you can see, if your timing is just a little off that spark effect, you won't be able to grab somebody. You'll miss them entirely. And this is true. You see that all the time when you're playing the game. Maybe. If you're paying enough attention. Now, again, these spark effects you can use as a combo setup to kind of, in general, determine, do you have a cancel there? Can you cancel into another move? And 9 out of 10 times, you'll probably see and notice that, yes, a lot of times you can cancel into another move. Now, what that move is your choice. As you can see, for Ibuki, the light punch, medium punch, heavy punch is one of the quickest and simplest combos that she has. I think it's also one of the more positive frame combos that you can do as Ibuki because of the fact that Ibuki can use that as a safe combo. So, Well, like, moving on to the next combo, as you can see, again, it's the same effect. As you can see, it's the same effect. It's just a matter of learning the Z motion. And, again, some combos are a little tougher than others. This one is confirmable, as you'll see that I have done it, before. It's just a matter of, I have to learn to get the Z effect going. And one of the main problems for me is, while using an arcade stick, I have the square hitbox. Now, if you're using like a controller, you don't have that square hitbox problem, which is, and this is just a personal preference of mine, is that I can't use the square hitbox because I mess up on some motions like the Z motion because I hit a corner. Because, for instance, I hit a corner when I'm doing that motion. So, of course, it ends up with me, basically, messing up or causing extra inputs or doing a combo that I don't admittedly mean to do. But anyway, so yeah. And that's the thing, is that you guys gotta remember that, the timing is everything. Looking for those spark effects are a good way to help you understand if you can set up a new combo or if it ends. Because, like, for instance, as you may have noticed, sometimes the spark effect does not happen. And if the spark effect doesn't happen, it means that you're probably not able to continue a combo. And if the spark effect does happen, or as you may or may not see or notice, is that it means that maybe you will be able to do a continuation. Remember that Street Fighter, it's all about footwork, or footsies, as many of us will call it. And that footsies emotion does mean that, we're able to do things that, continue combos and just punish outright people, on things that maybe they are thinking, well, that's easy, I could block that, or I can do this, I could do that, and just anti-air my way out of it. So, but, of course, as you all see, it doesn't always work that way. For the most part, obviously, as you can see there, I did it correctly. And for the most part, it may not always work that way where, you'll be able to outright anti-air your way out of things. If someone knows how to punish you, they're going to punish you. This is obviously the truth. Now, at some point in this video, I know I have an update installed for Smite. I do apologize if you see that update or not, but, updates happen. What are you going to do? Updates happen, Anyway, so yeah, there are certain effects that you'll notice, happen throughout, learning these combos. And obviously, learning the combos does help you understand your general idea of the game. It helps you understand how to set up for, punishments and stuff. Like I said, most people may not notice it, and they just think that the hit effect or that spark effect that I'm showing is just a effect. It's just there to make people go, oh hey look, that was cool, and there's a little hit effect. But for competitive players, that's kind of what we look for when it comes to setting up our combos and stuff. Now, a lot of times we will not look at that hit effect or that spark effect. It's just in practice we do look at it a few times, for the most part, just learning, okay, well, that spark effect, or as I call it, the spark effect, the spark effect or hit effect means that I can cancel into something else. It's just a matter of me figuring out, okay, what can I cancel into? Now, Tekken may have a telltale sign of the same kind of effect in a way. It's just, I've not really noticed it. Out of my times of practicing for Tekken. I've not noticed it on Soul Calibur, but I suspect that Soul Calibur also has the same sort of hit effect, somewhere in the game. And I suspect, Mortal Kombat, Dead or Alive, 6, and maybe even something like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid or whatever, which is a new game that just came out recently, may have the same kind of spark effect or hit effect. Again, I cannot confirm it, nor can I actually prove that it does exist right now. I'm going to have to look into the game and see if it does have the same kind of spark effect. But for those of you who are practicing, are going Accureye, how the heck do I learn combos? How do I do these combos? It's like they seem so easy, but every time I try them, I fail. And, one of the main things is looking at that spark effect. Look at that spark effect, or look for that spark effect. Eventually, that spark effect will become second nature in a way. Now, I'm not guaranteeing it'll become second nature, but to a degree, that effect that you're looking for could become could of course become a second nature move eventually. And, that's pretty much what you're looking for at the end of the day, is just that hit effect. That effect of, oh, okay, that works. That's how we do this. That's how we do that. And that can set up if I know what the next move is going forward. A lot of moves will have that spark effect go off, and you'll notice it over time, when it comes to doing certain moves. Now, here I was just trying to practice the Z motion because, again, that is a motion that I always have trouble with when it comes to a square gate. When it comes to using a square gate, finding the right Z motion is kind of difficult for me. It's one thing that I struggle with Sakura on a square gate, and it's one thing that I seem to struggle with on Ibuki on a square gate. So yeah, so it's just like I was trying to get the motion correct for the most part there. But yeah, so at the end of the day, that's pretty much the thing you're looking for when it comes to learning about the effects and stuff, learning about, what you're trying to do. Learning these things are always going to be a good idea to a degree, and of course, to another degree, it's always something that you'll want to look out for when it comes to you playing the game for combos and stuff. You want to look for those little motions that can help you, understandably be able to move into the next level or whatever the next thing is. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And yeah, with that being said, I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday for about 4 to 5 hours. But lately I've also been live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Sometimes I'm live on Sunday, sometimes I'm live on Friday. Those are always going to be about bonus stream days, so you never know. You'll have to look out for them if they do happen. But yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Hopefully this video has helped you understand, at least to a degree, understand combos and understand what is going on, especially when it comes to like the spark effect and everything like that. As you may or may have not noticed, it's something that most people don't or may not understand, and you'll notice it as you become more adept, and maybe even if you are a tournament player or want to become a tournament player, you'll become more familiar with it over time. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, because I know you want to know when my next video drops. But, with that being said, thank you everybody for watching this video, and until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye, signing out and saying, farewell, everyone.